Hey there, it's Rachel from All About Planners. In this video I'm doing a review of the Myagenda Planner. So it's dated for 2017 to 2018 academic year. However, they've released a couple of versions of this planner and it's been very similar from year to year. So if you're watching the video after this planner has, I guess, expired, the layout will be similar for the following years anyway, I'm assuming, since it has been for the previous. Okay, so in terms of the page size, it is, I'd call it a medium size. It's about 7 by 9 inches. Yep, 9. And it has a frosted cover to protect the actual cover, which is just thin cardstock. So instead of laminate, some kind of companies do this frosted cover. I actually prefer the frosted cover thing. I feel like it's more durable than a laminate cover, and this thing here doesn't get as scuffed as the laminate as well, which sometimes a laminate has a sharp point. So I actually do prefer this type of cover. It has wire binding, it's quite thin and it's very lightweight. It is probably only about 1 centimeter thick. It does have yellow pages though, which is a bit much prefer when it's nice bright white paper. But anyway, let's have a closer look. So first off, love chevrons. I love anything and everything with chevrons. Just my all-time favorite pattern, looks so good on everything. So we've got this belongs to page, and then we have a bit of an intro into the creator of it and why they made the planner. You've got some examples, which I really like when planner companies include this. Gives me some ideas on how to use it, some of different categories that you can put. So this one is what I would call a family planner or a categories planner. So mums really seem to like this planner because you can put the people's names there. I actually prefer to use it because it's good for categorizing my life. So I have blog up the top here, and then I usually do meal planning or cleaning, a project, trip planning, that kind of thing. I like that I can segment things rather than just a vertical layout where it's a bit, you've got one line might be ruled here for one thing and then the next one there, and it's sort of messy, whereas the line's nice and neat. And I just like structured pages like this. I really like categorized layouts. Also like the Lime Life Planner's layout C is similar to this, and the Plum Paper Me Planner. And also teacher planners are good too. So let's have a look at this one though. So we've got favorite website pages. I've not seen a planner include that where they actually tell you. Normally it's like a fill in the blank where you can add your own. It's a good idea to add it, but I would probably prefer if it was blank so you could personalize it for yourself. You've got a passwords page, which is always handy. This paper is really yellow. It's super yellow. I'm not really a fan of it. It can make some highlighters and some colored pens look a bit funky compared to nice bright white paper, so that's definitely a con for me. You've got some online resources, which again is another page that not many people include. I don't really need to know the airline website when it's something simple like that. You know what I mean? You just Google it and it goes to that page. You don't need to look it up. It's actually quicker to Google than to get out your planner and look this up. So this page to me kind of does not make sense. It's a bit weird. Toll-free numbers, again, I don't know why you would include this because you can just Google that and these numbers could get outdated. It just doesn't really make sense to me to include that. And it's why would you include, hotel numbers? I don't know, it's just not working for me. Then we go into the family members information page, which handy if you're a mum. I know this is catered to a mum planner, but like I said before, you could use it if you're a blogger or you just with someone that likes to categorize their life. You've got important phone numbers pages. So, they've got those headings pre-filled for you. And then more important pages. Medical info, which not many planners include, even when it's a mum planner. Birthdays and anniversaries. Again, they've got pre-filled things in here. I don't really care about this sort of stuff, so I don't know why it's in there. I don't think it's really relevant to anything. You can just Google this stuff. It doesn't need to be printed on the page. I do, however, like this lined writing space for the months. I think that's quite good because most of the monthly pages annual overview, important dates at a glance page. It's just unlined. It ends up being super messy. So big tick that it's lined. That's good. Holidays, it is a US planner, so it has the US ones like Groundhog Day for the 2 years of the planner, and then the previous, don't know why you'd need that, and the next year. Still going with the holidays. No space to add your own, so if you live in Australia like I do or another country, that's a bit disappointing. You'd probably have to add it to the lined important dates page. instead of like just white that out maybe and call it something else. I don't know that many people that have that many birthdays that I would fill that entire page anyway. Dates at a glance calendar starts on a Monday. I have to check when the weekly spread starts. Oh, the monthly calendar starts on a Monday. This is promising. Yay, it's all in sync. Usually calendars, for whatever weird reason, start the monthly calendar on a Sunday, but then the weekly's on a Monday. So love that this one keeps it consistent. Quite a functional monthly calendar. You've got big boxes to write in. It does have those holidays and things pre-printed. It would be more sense to me if you put it up here in this spot rather than below the number, because now you've just cut into the planning space. I am noticing with this paper that I'm seeing a lot of the printing from the back side, like showing through, which is not that great. You've got all these dates at a glance calendars over here, which I think is a bit of a waste of space. I'd probably get a big sidebar sticker. I've made like list ones before, so I'll probably just stick that one in there so I can actually do some planning, because I don't need that many dates at a glance calendars, especially when you've got the reference chart already in the planner anyway. These quotes are a good idea, but they're super small font, so you've got this ginormous gap up the top, which could have been made into more planning space, or you could have made the boxes bigger. So, I mean, because of the page size, it does have nice big boxes to write in, but everything else on the page just kind of wastes paper, so it is a bit disappointing. Yeah, I think that could be a much better monthly calendar. So you got all the months at the start, which I actually like, because then I find it easier to find where I'm up to. I am noticing though that there is no built-in page marker, and there is also no tabs. So this could get annoying trying to find where you're up to. You might have to dog ear the page, get a butterfly clip, sticky note, or something to keep track of where you're up to. As I'm flicking through these months though, I'm not seeing any so far that have combined, I don't think I saw any, that have combined the boxes. You know how some of the calendars will go like a triangle and it will split it? That's like my pet hate. This one does not seem to do that though. That's a plus. Alright, let's go to the weekly spread. So, starts on a Monday, like I said before, so then you can keep Saturday and Sunday together. I much prefer planners to start on a Monday for that very reason. You got dates at a glance calendars for the previous month and then the current month. I don't really know why planners include that on the weekly spread. It just seems like a waste of space to me. I just refer to the important dates calendar. You've got all this space, this giant header up the top here, which I feel like is underutilized. You could bunch that up more and then create more planning space. However, it is lined, which was one of the main reasons that I wanted this planner, because not many of the categorized ones have lined writing space. They're just blank the whole row along. So I really do love the lines, and the line spacing looks pretty good too. Not too close together, not too far apart. You do get that one big box, and then you've got 4 smaller boxes down the bottom. So like I said before, I'll probably go blog, because that's my main thing that takes up a lot of space to plan. And then maybe like cleaning, meal planning, project, trip planning. If you're a mum, you could have yourself and then other people, or you could do the same thing. You could have your own stuff up the top and then meal planning, cleaning, and whatever other categories you wanted to keep track of. So lots of line writing space, which is great. I keep going through the planner. You've got those public holidays pre-printed on the each day's page. And then at the very back, we have a ton of lined notes pages. But before we get to that, you've got this here, the planning for the following year. I really, really like this page. This is how I do my monthly blog post planning in list format rather than a monthly calendar. The boxes are just too small in a monthly calendar, whereas list format like this, I can fit so much more on the page. It looks nice and neat. I can just go straight down the page, not scattering all along with all those boxes. I can put multiple things on the line. Like as you can see, I could probably put 2 things in there. It's pretty wide. So I really like this layout. Very functional. And then if we keep going, this is all those lined notes pages I was talking about. Tons of these. I'll be doing a pen test. I'll include the link in the description box below if you're interested. As you can see, a ton. I'm still going through all these notes pages, which is brilliant because it never seems to be enough in most of the planners that I look at. I did do a pen testing. Okay, cool. Let's go through it. So, sorry, I'm forgetting what I've done because there's been so many planners and planner reviews. Right, so on the whole, not too bad. You are seeing, well, I am seeing a bit of ghosting on the marker pens, but the ballpoint pens aren't really showing through, just more of like an indent on the page. My cheapy highlighter from the reject shop has bled through, no surprise there, that happens all the time. Same with the Mamby stamps. But on the whole, it's actually fared pretty well. You can really only see those thicker pens, and the other ones aren't showing through. So even though it's the yucky yellow paper, it's actually not too bad. So would I use this planner? I do really like the categorized weekly spread and all the notes pages, but all the other stuff, not too much a fan of, and I don't really like the yellow paper. It's going to be good to try it out, and I'm definitely going to try it out one week, but I don't think it's something that I would stick with. I just really hate yellow paper. The monthly calendar is not functional. There's no tabs, there's no built-in ribbon bookmark. So it's okay, it's just not quite all there in terms of my long list of planner requirements. So I'll have the link in the description box below to the blog post if you wanted to look at any of the pictures without having to rewatch this video. And don't forget to subscribe, the button is below. If you want more planner review videos, I usually do 1 or 2 each week. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.